Welcome everybody, Paul the Ash here. So, as you can see, we're back at my favourite little spot, and at some point, I'm not sure when exactly, I mean maybe nearer the time perhaps, but I can imagine there's going to be a little village up here on this green of media and what have you. I mean, as I said, it's always a favourite media spot anyway, but because the general election is coming up sometime next week, I believe, Thursday of next week I think actually, so a week on Thursday will be the general election, and you know, I can imagine there'll be a bit of a media circus here. I was expecting it to be here perhaps already, really gearing up to the election, but anyway, so as you can see, it's pretty much quiet at the moment. We've got one film crew there, or somebody, I don't know who they are, I don't know what really they're doing, but anyway, yeah, so like I say, I do come here quite often now, maybe even a couple of times a week, sometimes a bit more, mainly, like I say, because I'm waiting for this flipping bit of a media circus thing, so we'll have something a bit more interesting to film when and if, because it might not even happen yet. I have no idea, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, nothing, you know, they might not, it might just be just like this throughout the whole duration, but there's some sort of I don't know what you call them actually, crash barriers, are they? Crash barriers, or these things here where this gentleman's standing just behind him, there's those sort of barrier things that they put up when they're trying to cordon off a certain area for some reason, because something's happening, and because they, in fact, about two days ago I think it was, they actually cordoned off this whole area. The police were guarding the barriers, nothing, there was nobody here, at least at the point when I walked through anyway, apart from a couple of guys standing more or less where I am now. Don't know who they were, think there was a camera with them, but I'm not sure. But the thing is, like I say, you know, at the time I walked past anyway, there was nothing happening, so why it was actually cordoned off and why the police were guarding it, I'm not sure. Maybe it was an exercise, maybe they were just trying it out, see, I don't know what that was about, but I was just imagining, just wondering whether or not like I say, whether there is going to be a sort of media encampment here. When I say encampment, I mean, I'm not saying they're sort of going to be camping out all night or anything, but I mean, sometimes they build these like little cabin things on some sort of platform. I think in one of my vlogs you might have seen something similar just recently, and like I say, basically, you know, they have a bit of a media front row seat, if you like. Now, whether that will happen more towards the actual general election date, I don't know. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But I hope at some point then I'll be able to get here, if it is happening, and film it. Because like I say, it should be a bit more interesting. Might have a few interesting politicians knocking about maybe, and who knows, I might even get to speak to one maybe. I mean, I know I'm maybe being a bit grandiose there, but you never know, do you? Do you know what I mean? Who knows? It's a weird old world, isn't it? So who can say exactly what's going to happen and not? Anyway, so like I say, what I'm going to do is I'm going to head home after this. I've done about, no, I think this is my third vlog today, and half the time a lot of these vlogs that I'm doing, they never see the light of day, to be quite honest. Some of them I put up, but you know, they say the 2 or 3 that I do a day, or depending on whether I'm working or whatever, but depending on what's going on for me, if I do a couple of vlogs a day sometimes or whatever, you know, out of those 2 or 3, maybe one will go up onto YouTube, just depending on how interesting and so forth. I mean, this is a bit boring, this is just me waffling on as usual, and not a lot happening. I kind of wish I'd interviewed some of those taxi guys, but it's all about self-confidence, it's all about, you know, having the cojones to do it, do you know what I mean? I must admit, I was kind of really nervous about trying to speak to one of the cabbie guys and ask him what it was all about and that, but I think it would have been really interesting, made for a much more interesting vlog if I'd done that, but like I say, that takes confidence really, you know, especially if you're sticking a camera in somebody's face. Do you know what I mean? And I haven't quite got to that stage yet. And I've just about got over the self-consciousness of speaking to myself with my camera out in public. You know, and there are still moments now and again when I still feel a bit nervous around doing that. And people watching me and wondering what I'm doing and what have you. So, but I am slowly getting used to it a bit. So it's not as bad as it was. But anyway, so like I say, I'm just basically waffling on, and I want to try and do some videos that are going to be interesting to people, and hope that people want to watch it. Right, here comes the wind. I noticed the other day when I was doing a vlog near Barbican. I swear I really wonder about my head. When I was doing a video near the Barbican, the wind was blowing, and I noticed how it was really loud. You know, the wind sort of blowing on it, like I said, and in fact, the parts of it, I think people would have struggled to hear what I was saying. Anyway, so like I say, I'm going to shut up waffling now. So I'll catch you guys later, and please subscribe to my channel. It's free, as my favourite YouTuber would say, Adam the Woo. It's free, it doesn't cost you, he says a dime, I'll say £1, seeing as how I'm English and I'm in England, so it doesn't cost you £1, it costs you nothing, it's free to subscribe, so please subscribe to my channel, and that's Paul Ashton, A.K.A. Ash, /YouTube, so it'd be nice if people, you know, I get a few more subscribers, so okay, cool, so I'll catch you guys later, bye for now, cheers.